This episode of Sleep It Off is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by our community. You can join our community of supporters on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Good morning, Pokemon Sleep researchers, and welcome to episode 25 of Sleep It Off. Sleep It Off is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2025. Wait, it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday.
I knew I missed something.
And today is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Justin, and I'm joined by Luis.
Hola!
What's up?
How's it going?
Long time no see. It's almost like I joined you on the stream earlier.
I know,
today.
right? I was super scuffed because I couldn't even figure out Zoom stuff, microphone and stuff.
Yeah, I not gonna lie. I slept in and I was like, oh, it's 7:40. I told Luis I would do it, but I gotta like drink coffee, feed the dogs food, take them outside, and then jump on.
Right.
So, because it's 8 o'clock my time, so I was
yep.
like trying to do all of that within
like,
20 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, you still made it, like right before it started. So yeah.
I did. I made it, and then I couldn't hear anything. So then I was watching the video in tandem with you,
Hey.
and then I couldn't hear you react.
Well.
And then we figured out you have to share audio both ways.
Yeah, no,
I kept plugging my thing in and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and it didn't get anywhere. I was like, well, I mean, I did more than that, but that's what it felt like.
Sure. Yeah. I know that my live stream was just like the worst. I didn't prepare anything. I was just like, somebody join me, let's just react and then mess it all up.
All right, so Pokemon Sleep aside, what were your thoughts on the Presents? Was it what you expected? Was there other stuff? And for those of you listening who don't know what Pokemon Presents is, every so often they do it in the wintertime or on Pokemon Day in February, and then they do like a summer one. And then I don't know if there's others in between, but typically the summer one is like gameplay updates, new main series games coming out later in the year. It's just on YouTube. They're typically between 15 and 20 minutes. And I don't know, it's kind of fun just to see it.
Yeah, no, honestly, it wasn't bad, but I guess I was expecting a little bit more. I guess my expectations were a little too high. But since it's basically just giving more information about the main series games, Legend CA game and everything, the gameplay and all that stuff, and the new reveals, of course. Everything else just seemed that it feels like it could have been an email. So,
Yeah, most of it, I mean, it's just like a way to officially present to me some of the things that are coming out. I don't know, there's not really any big reveals. I guess the big reveal of the day was Mega Dragonite.
Spoiler alert.
But I was talking to my wife about it, and she's like, oh, that looks like a Digimon.
Yeah, actually, if you guys don't know, Chris from Gokas, he said the same thing.
Yeah. with the giant wings on its head. I mean, I guess it makes sense with, Dratini and Dragonair, they have the wings on the head. Now it's just giant wings on the head. Because for some reason, Dragonite lost those wings. So, let's bring it back and let's make the actual wings tiny.
Yeah. He's still powerful. I mean, I'm kind of glad they gave him a little bit of love, too. He kind of got shafted at the beginning, almost 10 years ago, so... Or over 10 years ago. Yeah, I think it came out.
You're talking about for the regular Megas?
Yeah, when the first Megas came out. So... But hey, we got new things. It's nice. And we did get a couple of announcements and actually a big stuff for our game right now. So Pokemon Sleep is definitely...
Yeah, actually, I'd venture to say the most reveals were sleep related.
Well, I mean, yeah, they have Unite and Pokemon Cafe and all this stuff.
Well, that's true. I don't know enough about those games to know if that was a big reveal or just flavor text or things that people already knew.
I'm surprised people played.
But I knew none of the sleep stuff, and you and I follow it religiously.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I'm even surprised that one other game, Pokemon TCG Pocket, wasn't in announcements. So,
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Either way, it's not bad, but we did get a lot of good sleep news to cover today.
Yes, we're gonna talk about, how did week 1 of the second anniversary event go? And then, we're gonna talk more about the presents. What did they actually tell us? There's these new things called mints, and they're not candy. And then, dare I say, there's something new that Luis and I love a lot that is coming this November to Pokemon Sleep. We'll save that for the end. And then Dream Dex Detective, because it's been a few weeks.
Yes. And probably we'll start doing back some deep dives just because of everything that we're going to talk about today.
So, Luis, how was week 1 of the second anniversary event? Where did you go? What did you think of the event overall? Were you cook? Did you miss a meal? Or did you slam dunk? Did you do a hard island? Did you do an easy island? What did you do?
I went incredibly easy this time around. I went to green grass. I didn't really care about the berries. I just care about making sure that I made the best possible dish. So I was making desserts for that week. And I did power up the dish Cloud Eclair all the way to level 65. So that was pretty nice.
Wow.
Indeed. I got a good chunks of extra tasties. I forgot to take screenshots, but you know what? It is what it is. I did reach Master 20 a plus in.
Was that your first time?
It is the first time. So I did get my Subskills skill.
Congrats. Now, was that the first time ever or first time for green grass?
We start from green grass. I did actually make 20, I believe, on Tap Hollow last time when we had like the whole cooking event and all that. But I mean, aside from that, it was mostly, trying to catch as many new Pokemon as possible. And I did get a pretty decent size of catches. I dare to say that I caught well over 20 at one point during this week. I was just like, biscuit. Oh, great, biscuit. Okay, I gotta buy biscuits now.
Were you the Oprah of Pokemon biscuits? You get a biscuit. You get a biscuit.
You
all get a biscuit.
So it wasn't too bad. No shinies to talk about, unfortunately, but did get some pretty cool catches. It's actually interesting. A lot of the new Pokemons were actually my friends this week, and then I have a very good one to talk about at the end there. We started, of course, with some Mudkips and Torchics. I didn't see Trico until I started using the instance and got higher into the rank levels. I did get some pluses and minuses. Now, the very first Mudkip, though, had Adamant Nature.
The very first Mudkip?
Yes, the very first one.
All right, tell everyone what's Adamant Nature, because I don't know what
Adamant Nature is speed of help up and ingredient finder down. It is the best berry nature for the berry Pokemons. Also, we actually didn't talk about this last time because we didn't have the news, but Mudkip and Torchic are berry finders, or I'm sorry, berry specialists, and Trico is a skill specialist, which breaks the whole meta of starters.
I mean, yes and no, because Sceptile is like a pseudo berry specialist because he's so fast at finding
incredibly fast
berries.
Yeah, no, that's what we were going to talk about too. The first one that I got had that. When I saw that, I was like, oh, will I get the perfect one before the end of the week? It has Ingredient Finder up. I'm sorry, Ingredient Finder S as level 10, but it does have Helping Speed M and S at level 25 and 75 respectively. It's just not bad, so I'll take something like that. I got a few other ones that seem a little bit better because one of them has Skill Trigger S, and since the main skill of Mudkip is Tasty Chance S, it does help out.
How many Pokemon overall did you catch last week?
I did transfer a few this morning, so I'm going to say about 20.
Dang. Now, were you whaling it? Did you get a bunch of hungries? Did
both.
you have some that were close from previous weeks?
Well, I mean, Torchic, come on.
I don't know about you, but like I felt like recently, anecdotally, I feel like they've been friendlier at giving out mega hits for non-hungry Pokemon.
Yeah, I agree.
Like big hits or critical hits.
Well, I did have a lot of sleep points, and I still had like a lieu of Poke biscuits in that shop, so I was able to get a few things here and there. I did spend some gems to get great biscuits. So
now we actually have, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of gems just from playing the game.
yeah.
I haven't spent any money on gems. I mean, I was over 3,000 until I bought a good camping ticket on Monday.
Right. I agree. The good camping ticket, I mean, I had plenty of them since I get one at least once each month, and I'm not using them until events like this happen, you know? So it's not too bad. I will talk about the best ones that I got just to finish up my part of the conversation. I got decent ones with skill triggers, especially the plus holes. Minums are there. I could use a mint to help them out, but you know what? I will talk about that later. I did get some good skill trigger tricos, but the best one was actually not last week, but this morning. And I was just fully invested into that. I'm sorry I'm not actually sharing my screen today, but I have some pros.
I'm
I know,
offended.
right?
It's fine.
So this trick up here, it is mono X, so it does help out in some way, shape, or form. It has helping speed M at level 10. Actually, no, sorry. It came with helping speed S at level 10. Berry finding at level 25. Skill trigger S at level 50. The other two don't matter. However, I did get a brave nature, which is speed of health up with experience down.
Oh my.
A plus. A
Oh
plus.
my.
A plus. If it was shiny, it would have been godlike.
Well, if it was shiny, it wouldn't have that good of stats.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, it overall had like speed of health down, and that's when.
But that is insane. For those of you that don't know the stats off the top of your head and use calculators, those stats are busted.
Indeed.
And to get the free skill level up, absolutely crazy. I am jealous. I need that Trico in my life.
You could get a better one.
So,
I mean, I think if you replace, I guess, skill trigger at level 50, even though it's still a skill specialist, and give it helping bonus, that just, makes it better in the end of the day.
yeah.
Still, I'm happy. I'm very happy.
I like skill triggers.
Yeah.
Except for on Pokemon where it doesn't matter, like energy for itself, yawn, or if it's like Snorlax strength S and it's like 400 because it's level 1 and I'm never going to waste seeds on it.
This is one of the Pokemons that I'm basically going to invest a lot of resources into it. Good thing I have like 1.7 mil Dream Shards.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I don't know. I spend too much. All right. So I'm not going to dawdle as long as Luis did. I also chose Greengrass Isle. I was like, okay, I looked at the spawns and I was like, what has the best? Greengrass is the only one that has literally every spawn. I think old power plant had everything but like one or two. But I was like, I'm looking for something easy. Just focus on catching, get to master 20 for my first time because I've never done that for Greengrass Isle. And, just have a good first week and not stress about it. And so I used good camping tickets. I'm trying to get those extra hungries. And we caught, I'm just going to include yesterday's spawns because it's easier that way. I caught 18 Pokemon. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Mudkips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tricos. A Drifloon, a Minun, a Torchic, a Braviary, and a Swampert. I know, I caught a Swampert. It was like, oh, Swampert's hungry. Let me give it the bonus biscuit. And then it crit. And I was like, heck yeah. I like, even if the Pokemon sucks, something about me just loves catching evolved or fully evolved Pokemon in this game. I just like, that's why I caught the Braviary. It was also hungry, and then with the bonus biscuit, I caught it in one fell swoop. And then because if it does happen to be good, I saved myself a bunch of candies. I saved myself a bunch of Stardust. Yeah, and then sometimes when these evolved Pokemon take items to evolve, and Swampert doesn't. But if they do, then I save myself that item. So I don't know. It's not the meta way to play, but I enjoy playing
Hey,
that way.
it I remember in the first few times we started this podcast, we said it's like don't catch the ball Pokemons. We're gonna catch the ball Pokemons. We can do it that. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so I did not get any berry finding S mudkips besides one, but I had it at level
oof.
75. I have some mudkips with skill triggers, and like this one has skill trigger M and main skill chance up with helping speed. But you still got to get the berries. So it's like, okay, I got to look at the back end of what is the real tasty chance S rate. And if it's not that great, then yeah, it's not worth it. So I'm probably not going to invest in it. So I'm still hunting the mudkips. Also, you know what's kind of sad? I didn't realize Mudkip was an axolotl.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it's because when I was first introduced to Mudkip, I didn't know what an axolotl was. And so I just knew Mudkip as this weird little water lizard thing.
Yeah, no,
And
it's
then
definitely a plus.
so I was reading a random comment on a random Facebook post, and they just talked about, oh, how I love this Mudkip, my favorite axolotl. I was like, what? And then my mind was just blown, and I had no idea. So, comment down below, send us an email, whatever. Did you know that Mudkip was an axolotl? And now I know that because those axolotl plushes are everywhere, and then just the merch for axolotls is crazy.
Indeed.
Yeah, so I don't know. None of my spawns that I got were that good. I have some interesting Tricos, nothing godlike like yours, but I have some decent ones that I could consider investing in, but I'm not in a rush. I don't need Trico at this time. Berry Burst is just kind of a fun one to use and not like a necessary make or break one. And then I don't know. I did come some kind of back end research around Plusle and Minun. I'm not sold on that they're worth catching because Plusle and Minun they take a lot of bars to fill. Was
10.
it 10?
Exactly 10. Which is less than
And
most stage 1 evolution Pokemon or stage 1 like.
yes, it's less than like Delibird and other stuff.
But
the main skill, while good, works the best when you have it with other Plusle or Minun, and then you got to invest all those main skill seeds. And I'm spent on main skill seeds. I can muster a couple,
yeah.
but not the amount that I need for Plusle and Minun.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be a slow grind to get both of good, abilities and all that in my Subskills and all this stuff. So
yeah, so I'm playing the long game for Plusle and Minun. If I get them, I get them. I'm not going out of my way. I'm really not investing into them more than just like I'll give a Poke Biscuit here, Poke Biscuit there, and then just hoping for it to be hungry.
I agree.
So otherwise, I'm not fully investing.
I'm definitely going.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be looking for more Torchics and Mudkips in the future for sure. So
yeah, to tell you how I'm not gonna say lazy. I'm just gonna say laid back. I was last week for this event. I missed 3 meals. And that's even with my fudgery methods of rewinding time.
I'm sure you still got to 20 though, right?
Yes, I still got to 20. I wasn't worried about it. I was trying to do the math in my head. I was like, I think I just need one extra tasty between Saturday and Sunday. And then waited until Sunday at lunch to get me the extra tasty I needed to get myself over the top. I was like, really?
Yeah, no.
Because I don't know, my game just, sometimes RNG's on your side. RNG was not on my side because I was at 50% plus extra tasty for 4 meals.
And none.
And then, none. And then I find the Dene triggered again. So then plus my Cramorant. So I was at 75%. And it didn't trigger at breakfast on Sunday, and then it finally triggered at lunch. I was like, what is this?
It has happened. Actually, our good friend Labo Sleeps, he actually had a similar situation where he had almost close to 80% extra tasty. I think it was close to a Sunday too. And he just like, I think the entirety of that day he didn't get even one. So he went into next week with literally wasting all those extra tasty beautifully. So it is what it is. RNG sometimes can be one of those. Anyways. All right. Well, enough about that. We got some more important news to talk about. I'm excited.
All right. So, first, we're going to show you the video from Pokémon Presents. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I was pretty hyped watching this. Yeah, so I mean that was just pretty cool. It was, you know, they started out showing you, oh, what is this? Raikou, Entei, Suicune. We're getting the legendary beast back again, which is great for the people who didn't get them the first time. It means we can catch them again. I'm still hanging on to a couple instances from forever ago that I just never spent. I just, you know, since I wasn't buying Master Biscuits anymore, I was like, I don't know when to use this.
Now it's the time.
And now I have a time to use it.
Get that shiny so you don't have to use it.
Yeah, so. And now that we're getting more skill trigger related events, it's feeling more and more worthwhile to catch and maybe invest in some of these. I have not. And maybe you can look back through your inventory and see if you have any that are kind of mediocre that might be better if you use a neutralizing mint on it. Because Lord knows it's hard to catch these things. And if it has a bad nature,
which will tell you exactly what a neutralizing mint is once we finish discussing what we just saw.
Yes. So yeah, and what's great about this video is like they showed these sleepatized Pokemon in like the actual wild. So like Raikou's in the jungle, Suicune's on a lake, Entei. What was Entei doing? Entei was in front of a mountain, and then, you know, they showed them galloping across, and then it's like, well, where are we?
We see a brand new, two brand new Pokemons introduced right there and there.
Luis, did you play Pokemon Snap? New Pokemon Snap?
Yes, actually.
I went back and played it when we got the Switch too. And I was like, oh, this is so much fun again. You know, it looks great. I mean, it looked great before, but now it looks even better. And I was like, oh, seeing this trailer reminded me of one of the islands in Pokemon Snap. Remember the one that's really heavy around Flygon and Trapinch at the beginning? And there's like a Tyranitar and the Lycanroc. I'm blanking on the name. But anyways, I got huge vibes of that as Flygon is flying down into the Red Rock Canyon. They show Trapinch coming out of the sand. And they show Snorlax, obviously, and a Pinsir and a Wooper. And they say November 2025, which I missed the first time. Discover a new area, Amber Canyon.
Yeah.
So, now that maybe makes sense now why they gave us the most busted Pokemon that is a ground type. Because Swampert is like new meta, very good.
Yes.
Great berry finder, great main skill. And it's probably going to be a favorite type berry because they were showing all these ground type Pokemon for Amber Canyon.
So, actually, if you're looking at that picture right now with Snorlax, you see two Pokemon typings that we already have.
Oh. Oh. And the others, according to Luis, are going to be Bug and Poison.
So we have ground, bug, and poison.
Paldean Wooper is poison,
yes.
right?
Yes, Paldean Wooper.
Okay. And that makes sense because we don't have any main area favorites for those two.
Or those three, actually.
Yeah, either. Yep. Those three.
Because I believe top hollow is fire, rock, and something escapes me.
Is it dark?
No. Yeah, no. Dark is Snup Tundra.
Almost like I can open this and look.
But I know that I'm missing one, but I know it's not ground as far as I can tell. Flygon could be a mix. Maybe they'll finally give us a mix typing. That'd be great because it is also dragon type on its own.
Oh shoot! It doesn't. I'm looking at the map, expecting it to tell me. It doesn't tell me jack.
Yeah, right. So I just by looking at them and the way that they portray most of the Pokemons in here, we'll get those berries for that island. So it's time to prepare what is next. What we want for each one of the islands. So a brand new island means just a harder way to get to Master 20. And definitely going to be a pain in the butt to level up for the first few times once it gets released. But it is definitely going to be exciting because it's something new that we wanted for a while. It's something that we strive for every single time. So
I don't know. So like I was up late last night and I was like trying to set my thing before bed, and I recently stopped wearing my Apple Watch, even though I've been a big proponent because I have this new sleep tracker called the Whoop. So wearing that instead, but that doesn't pair with sleep. So I've been using the Go Plus Plus to track my sleep. And my Go Plus Plus got stuck under my bed. And so I'm trying not to wake up my wife as I'm like trying to like fish it out because it's between the mattress and like the underside and like the box spring. And so I'm just like, I can't like dig it out. And because we have a split in the middle of a split king. And so sometimes I put it in that crack on purpose so that way we both don't disrupt it, but then it got stuck. Anyways, so last night I'm looking in there. I was like, oh, there's a new sleep goal. Mm-hmm. What is this? Oh, I bet that's related to the Presents. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, I bet they're announcing a new island. It's a perfect time to do it. I bet it's a new island. And I was right.
But okay, so to correct myself, it is rock, ground, and fire on Tapu Hollow.
Oh, it's not ground?
Mm-hmm. It is ground. No, I'm saying it is ground for that.
Right. But so you're saying the new one's not going to be ground.
Right. I'm thinking, well, we know it's definitely going to be at least poison and bug, which is the two typings we definitely haven't had for that yet.
What are the other ones that we're missing?
Dragon.
A dragon. It could make sense. Flygon is a dragon.
It starts as a ground and then changes to a dragon type.
Oh, so maybe that's what it is.
Because out of all of them, I mean, we have a ghost, we have a dark, we have a steel.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, because that'll finish it, right?
That's definitely
that finishes it. So it has to be that.
Oh my god, our Dragonites are gonna go crazy now.
Yeah, I have the berry finding Dragonite.
My god, yes.
And now I just needed to mega, so we're gonna have the ridiculous wings. I'm kidding,
dude. If they ever become like, if we ever have like that, could be like the 5th sleep style, that mega evolve, sleep style. That you know what? That actually developers, I'm giving you gas here. Come on, listen to this.
Yeah. Okay, I say we take a quick break, and then we come back. We talk about our thoughts about the mints, what we're thinking so far about week 2 of the 2nd anniversary event, and some Dream Dex Detective.
Sound good? Thumbs up.
All right. We'll be back right after this. And welcome back. we want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons here at the Pokemon Professor Network. Huge thank you to our gym leaders, Ben, Brandy, Espeon Willow, Herbert, Kyle, and Maddie G. Special thanks to the executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread, Kate the Cons, Lazo Boss, and Tish Smith. If you're interested in becoming executive producers for our show or another show on the network, let us know. With tiers as low as $1 a month, you can support a collective of hardworking, part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon and podcasting here at the Pokemon Professor Network. You can hit us up on patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. Because if you didn't know, podcasting is not free. Mm-hmm. It costs money. And anything we get from Patreon doesn't actually go into our pocket. It just goes into subsidizing the stuff we already spend on the show. You can enjoy other podcasts on the network like Lured Up, Special Conditions, Gotta Watch 'Em All, Way Spotters, Purified Podcast, Good Morning Johto, and After Darkrai. Make sure to check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere where you can connect with us, grab some merch, and leave us some reviews. Remember, 5 stars are the best stars. And if you didn't know, we have barely any reviews out there. So it would you don't even have to write anything, but any sort of review would be great. If you're listening to this at all, we would really appreciate it. You can just say, Justin and Luis are great. 5 stars. That's it. I'm not even requiring much.
Yes. Thank you very much for helping us out. So real quick before we actually get there, there is one thing that I completely forgot, and it was basically from Pokémon Sleep proper. I will share my screen for this real quick, just because.
What'd you forget?
Well, they did make a quick announcement saying that for the next 6 or 7 weeks they're gonna have little videos like this that you're gonna be able to see.
Oh, I hadn't even seen these.
So
it's Sprigatito kneading on the bed. Is there sound?
Yes, there is. I don't know if you could hear it.
No, I don't think you shared the sound.
Okay, give me a second. Can I?
When you share a screen, you have to say share with sound.
Yeah. All right, we'll try this again. Hang on.
All right, now I hear it.
Yeah, Sprigatito is a cat.
It's very cute.
He's basically said, feed me.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this is great.
I'm actually very excited to...
I'm going to have to send this to my non-Pokemon Sleep friends that just like cats.
Yep. I agree 100%. It's actually going to be a little bit fun. Every Monday, they're definitely going to share little clips like this, not just Sprigatito, but all the other Pokemons too. So I actually just want to see things like this, happen to be.
Now, is that the first one that they've shared, or they shared
others? They're doing it once every start of the week. So on Mondays, they'll share. So that's good.
Also, I've got new lights. Tell me, is the light too much? Do you like the lighting? Do I look weird? Let me know.
Lights. Anyways, I got blind from that. I don't know why I did that. All right. Very important, significant news for this part. We got neutralizing mints. And the festive flowers. What is this?
Yes, I am going to share from our friends at
Go Hub.
Our friends at Go Hub. Kitty Pokemon's a lot. So we've got Neutralizing Mints and Festive Flowers. It's a feature to the Week 2 event for the 2nd anniversary. And so you're given a bunch of flowers at the beginning of the week. You have 5 flowers. And what I didn't know, and I made the mistake of, is these things stack during the week. So what I should have done was leave the Neutralizing Mint, which is the best one, for the end, because it doesn't stack. But whereas some of them, like the scroll down here, the different types. What were they? Yeah, so some of them were like 2.5 times candies from their first sleep research of the day, 3 times helper EXP. There was the neutralizing mint. There was extra dream shards, and then an extra hungry Pokemon.
Yes.
So, and then once you plant that, the rest that happens for the rest of the week. So, you get one of the neutralizing mints from Neroli. When you plant the little white flower, the next day you get another one. And so you have to complete a sleep research in order to get these. You should have already started on this. Hopefully, this is not news to you.
Hopefully, but if you are, there are some things that you have to just, be wary of. Just like Justin said, we can stack this throughout the week, and knowing which one will be best is, what's going to help you. I would recommend sometimes deviating from what you want to do each week, because there's things like Good Sleep Day or even the New Moon Day that's coming up, where you can actually use things like an extra hungry Pokemon or more research experience at that time. So it's definitely good to know when to use this in special occasions. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a festive thing every single week and something like that. Did you read if this as every single?
Oh, so the way I interpreted it, and I won't know because today's Tuesday, but the way I interpreted it, because we both did the neutralizing mint for the first day, is that the effect happens that week. It's not another mint that we get.
Correct.
And so
it says right here, you won't be able to use the festive flower feature after the event ends. If the festive flower is available again during another event, the type of seeds, the research bonuses, and other details may change. So it could still be different every time we get some. I believe the neutralizing mint is the only set mint or set flower that you're gonna be actually get every single time. So you can get multiple ones at the time. That's not horrible, because we do actually need those kind of things for the Pokemon we're looking for. Now, what is a neutralizing mint? Well,
so long story short, it takes any of your natures that have an up and a down effect, a plus and minus 10% effect, and makes it 0. So you don't want to use neutralizing mint on everything. Right. You only want to use it on Pokemon with bad natures.
I agree.
And so some of the common ones that you don't want it on. Now, there's always exceptions. Some of the common ones you don't want on is speed of help down is bad. Main skill chance down can be bad. It's dependent. Ingredient finding down is bad on berry finding. On ingredient finding Pokemon. So it just kind of depends on what you're doing. Or EXP down might be bad for a legendary or a pseudo legendary Pokemon that is super hard to power up. Like, man, I still don't. My Dragonite is only at 54 and it has EXP up. I can't imagine if it was EXP down, I'd be hurting.
Yeah, welcome to my world. But yeah, so how well you can really use this, especially so it's such a limited time to have them. Since we're not gonna have it every single week, we're not gonna have it every single day. It's good to plant and categorize which Pokemon you're gonna actually use it for. Of course, there's still things that you have to look for, just like mono ingredient Pokemon.
Well, but Luis,
yes.
So yes, the flowers only last for this week, but you have the mints for forever.
Yes, but I mean, it depends on what it is.
So you can wait to use this for like a year.
Yeah, I got 2 now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take my time figuring out what I want to use it on. I'm really leading heavily towards a Glaceon that I invested in early because it has main skill chance down when I didn't understand how impactful natures were.
What I wanted to say that even though you do have the ability to neutralize the nature, it's good to still look for the Pokemon with the best subskills. Even if the subskills are like godlike and then the nature is bad, that's when you want to use it. Things like that, It's like, so yes. There's definitely still incentive to actually continue to catch as many Pokemon as possible, even though you have 2 years worth of catching to do. Even though I feel like I probably trashed all the good ones that I could have probably done at this point, Who knew?
No, see, well, I don't know. I just keep expanding my box. I'm at like 500 in my space. And so if something for me just had like had good subskills but a bad nature, I just kept it and I just trashed something else.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So I'm gonna have to comb back through my box and see what there is. But also remember, just because it neutralizes it out doesn't mean it's like you should anything that's a bad negative you should neutralize. For example, if it's speed of help up but main skill chance down, maybe you still want that. Even if it's a skill type Pokemon, you'd be better off using that mint on something else. Or speed of help down but ingredient finding up on a ingredient finding Pokemon. It would just pretty much neutralize out and not really be that much different. You'd be a waste of your mint. So it's something to keep in mind. If you have specific questions or want us to rate specific Pokemon for you on if it would be a good Pokemon to use a neutralizing mint on, let us know. Hit us up, email, Discord, Twitter, anything.
No, I agree. It's definitely a time for me to look at all the Pokemons that I still have. I definitely have well over 300 Pokemons in my inventory. So I know that there's something out there that I'm missing. I believe, actually, the one that I'm thinking of the most is a shiny that I actually got that I know was good. However, I kept looking at it and I'm like, it's not a mono one though.
Okay, so my box is at 514.
Oh my god. Crazy. You're crazy. The shiny Larvitar, it is ABA, so I mean it's not bad when it comes down to it. However, all the bonuses is great. Helping bonus, helping speed. I mean, it could use ingredient finder, but it has ingredient finder down. It could have been better if it actually just, had the mint or the neutral. It is what it is when it comes down to it.
Oh, you know what I forgot about? I'm just looking in here. I forgot about this shiny Cyndaquil that I have. I was like, you know what? I was like, oh, I wonder if this one has like a bad nature. No, it's berry finding S with speed of help up, main skill chance down. It has a great nature.
Oh, there you go. See?
So I don't even need the mint for that. I just need to invest in it.
Actually,
I just don't have any candy.
Oh no, it's not this one. Actually,
wait, I could use the mini boost. Hey, it's a great time to use mini boost.
I have a Mimikyu that has skill trigger S, but it has speed of help down. Yeah, so the Pokemon's like that. That's where you want to like really deep dive into your inventory and see what's the best course of action. Like I have actually, this is the best example. I have a Togepi who has, not a Togepi, a Togekiss, now that it's evolved. It has skill trigger M, skill level ups, inventory up, all the great skills. Like literally everything, even in level 75 and 100, it has all of it. But it has main skill chance down. Has the nature. So even though it has the speed of help, it's not helping itself. Especially trigger as much as possible. So that's something I can use. Now, of course, if I want to use this every single day, that's a different story, but useful Pokemons, that's what you want to use it for. A lot of Pokemons probably I'm gonna
use it for useful Pokemons. Never would have guessed.
I wanna say use it on things like skill based Pokemons that just have the bad nature and all. I'm very by nature. Skill chance down. But yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be talking more about mints, what we're thinking about. And hopefully, knock on wood, we'll be getting more mints in the future, and it's not a one-time deal. Because in the main series game and other stuff, mints are plentiful. They're not. They might be. You might have to earn them, but it's not like a one and done deal. We're never getting them again. Yeah. So
it's good that they're. I'm glad that they're listening to the community. It's something that we definitely wanted. It's definitely still not on par with the main series or anything like that, or any other games when it comes down to mints, but it is good for this type of game. And I agree that it's a really good feature.
Okay. So it's time to Dream Dex Detective. Not duel. I was gonna say duel. It's not a duel.
Well, we did skip last week because we had a wonderful guest. So it's time.
Yes. If you didn't listen, We talked to Steve from Super Effective Podcast last week. I meant to mention this at the beginning of the show. Steve was great. We talked everything about, his Pokemon life, what all of our different sleep styles are, how we interact with the sleep game in general. It was a lot of fun. So go back and listen. YouTube, the pod, the audio version, anything.
Yes, please listen to that episode. But it is Dream Dex Detective time, and Justin needs to actually remember what this Pokemon does.
All right, read it for me again.
Its curved bow-like horn remains vigilant while this Pokemon sleeps. It says that this Pokemon's ability to detect danger is strong as ever. I'm sorry, it's strong even as it slumbers.
All right. So it says bow-like horn. There's certain things that come to mind. There's not a ton of Pokemon with horns. And the ones that are, there's even fewer of them Pokemon Sleep. So my thoughts are a bug. And my thoughts are Heracross and Pinsir. So I'll read this again. Curved bow-like horn. So, which could be either. But I'm leaning more towards Heracross, I guess. Because I don't... Well, I really wanted to say Pinsir, but...
Is that your final answer, or do you want to look at that other?
And if I'm thinking even like further into the weeds from the anime, Heracross is kind of a scaredy cat and likes to detect danger. It's like, danger, 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 Will Robinson. And so I'm going with Heracross.
That is incorrect, my friend.
Was it Pinsir?
No.
What?
You're missing one Pokemon that has a horn, and it's only available when we see it. It is a dark type.
Dark type? I'm so thrown off. It's not Tyranitar. It's not Houndoom. What are the dark types?
It has white fur.
White Absol? Absol has a curved like horn?
You see it?
I need to look at Absol apparently. I am so its little scythe thing on the side of its head. I didn't think of it as a horn. I don't know what I thought it was, but I never thought of it as a horn.
Yeah,
well, good pick. I was never gonna guess that ever.
It's interesting because his horn, like just like you say, the horn doesn't look like a horn. It kind of looks like just like part of his ear. So
yeah.
Hey, you can win them all.
I feel like a loser.
You'll be fine.
All right. So speaking of loser, I think, well, this one is a little tricky. We'll see if it throws you off. Blank is let me start over. Blank is strong in spite of its small size. On rare occasions, it can be seen trying to crush rocks with all its might while it sleeps. Who's that Pokemon?
Small in size, but in rare occasions, it can be seen trying to crush a rock with all its might. Definitely going to say that it's a first stage evolution or just like a base evolution. It does seem like it can crush big things. So I'm leading towards cute little Bugsy Pokemon that I remember. But that's about it. Here's a little, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But well, I think we'll figure out next week.
Well, that's a show. I hope you enjoyed it. We talked about, the Pokemon Presents, our thoughts about second anniversary event, week 1 and week 2, everything about the mints. The new island is hype.
Oh, yes.
And make sure to go back and listen to our interview with Steve from Super Effective Podcast. He's been in the Pokemon space doing podcasts specifically for over 10 years. It's insane.
Yeah, he has well over 500 episodes. I think more than that now that he's mentioned.
It's over 700.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And if you go on Spotify, it only goes back to 110.
Oh my god. Yeah. We'll find the eventual ones, no worries. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. And it's time to say goodnight.
All right. Night.